Alright, we are back playing Gold Rush. This is Scott, and we are in the stable with a mule stable. I guess if a mule's helped you carry gold, I guess there's a need for that at the fort. Anyway, I guess I haven't really heard of too many beforehand, though I guess I'm not that much of an expert on horses and mules and the like. And anyway, leaving our mule here so we can go take care of a few more things, and we're then going to come back and complete our little ruse with the mule. So how about I pause the game for you so we can fit in as much action as possible in this particular video, and I'll see you over near the supply store. Okay, we're out front here. Just to let you know, I believe you can actually tie your mule up over here if you have not deposited him yet already in the stable, and you have to do that or I believe the mule runs away on you. Okay, so talk to the guy. Alright, well, we already actually talked to him once, so let's buy a shovel. Says, I don't know where you're from, Sonny, but shovels ain't free here. You're gonna have to give me some gold in one form or another if you want to take anything out of the store. Well, that's why I said buy the shovel, but alright. Pay. Give gold. The clerk says, alright, I'll take some of that California gold you've found and give you the shovel. We both know everyone needs a shovel. Can we buy a lantern without having a speech? My stock is running low. I don't know if I have that. Yeah, so we should probably learn how to spell. Buy lantern. Clerk exclaims, I'm not in the business. Yeah, we get the point. So he, once again, tells us we need to give him gold, which is what I plan to do. Give gold. This fine lantern is all yours. I'll take some of that California gold you've got. Alright, so that's all we have from that fellow. Let's take a look at the inventory. Alright, so I guess it didn't take too much. I mean, we still have pretty much all we found. And actually, you don't really need to buy anything, I don't think, for the rest of the game. So it's interesting that they really can just determine how much they need. I guess gold was more of a direct representation by money back then. I guess they were on a gold standard, but still sort of interesting. Yeah, you don't have to actually exchange it, so there's no money changer a la Quest for Glory. If you've played any of those Sierra games, you'll know that that's always an annoying little chore that you have to do in, well, at least most of the games. And anyway, we're heading back to the stable. I'll see you there. We're back, and he's saying go ahead and look around. Alright. So, I think it's time to quickly save. And just pause briefly, just to avoid you seeing the save. Okay, let's look brand. And we have to get the same brand. Okay, so actually the mule we wanted that was in here is now actually somehow made his way down this way. So what we need to do is make sure we get Jake's mule and not our mule. Alright, Mr. Bell owns it. A special purpose. I believe that is our mule, then. So, now if you take the wrong mule, you end up back at the gallows, so we have to be careful. Oh, come on. Okay, well, I'm not 100% sure that's our mule, so I'm going to check the brand before we head out of here, so we can spare you another hanging. That is definitely not ours. Alright, so we're just going to leave the mule. Okay, so this is going to be kind of annoying. So you guys get the gist of what's going on. How about we have another pause break, and we'll be back when we have the mule. Okay, we're back, and we got the mule, we got Jake's mule, and I'm just gonna look at the brand. And the way you know, it actually says this trusty, high-spirited, and stubborn mule bears a special brand. If it's not the stubborn mule, if it's the lazy mule that has the same brand, that's the one we bought. We don't want him. We don't want to take him with us. So this is Jake's. Also, we had a funny announcement come up during the middle of the game. I actually turned the speed on to normal so it was easier for me to catch the mule, and I guess the time, because I'd been fast the whole time, had not elapsed at all, so the gold rush was declared well after we got all the gold possible, and we're in the stables and mostly done with the game. So that's kind of funny. That should actually happen in Brooklyn, but it's I think one of the glitches in the game. You turn to fast, it prevents time from elapsing, and therefore prevents the gold rush from actually being declared. So I guess if we had taken the stagecoach, the ship wouldn't even be leaving by now. which is kind of funny, at least on its own volition. Anyway, that's just a little neat aside. We're gonna head out and we're gonna see what this guy has to say. And first, we're gonna save. Okay, so we're heading on the way out. The game is saved, and we'll see if we can get by him. The man stands and says, "Let me take a look at that mule you got there." By the way, I tried this before without getting the right mule, and he gets pretty upset at you. Says they don't like thieves around here, and you go back to the gallows. Well, it's brown skinny. It's got that same strange brand on it. What's this? What are you trying to pull over on me here? Oops, my mistake. This sure looks like the mule you brought in here. I think that's just there to scare you that your plan didn't work. Okay, so we got it. The mule. You might be able to hear the a little song in the back, and that indicates that we successfully took care of it. So now we have a mule following us around, and what we want to do is we want to head back towards the way we're coming for the gold. And actually, let me do one thing beforehand. I'll show you what it's like to mine the gold, or to dig for gold. Nobody's here. We're not going to go far enough out to where you'd have to find the gold, just because. Oop, follow mule. Ah, shoot. Be right back, folks. Okay, I actually started talking before I started re-recording. So, anyway, by the way, that song that was playing before, or we get points, is Camptown Ladies, not Oh Susanna, I don't believe. So anyway, let me just show what it's like to dig. And you do that. And you actually don't have to sift, I don't think, when you actually find it, which you would have to do in real life. But anyway, that's what all that happens. I'm not gonna go far enough where you'd find gold, because I believe we have all the gold we can get. So we just need to walk across the river and walk to town. And I've paused it a lot, so let's just turn to fastest and have it do that until we get to the location in question. And essentially, this is just where I was. I was up and down this whole river area, and I think you can get 3 things of gold per river scene, and you can actually go back and forth between 2 scenes. So the only thing you have to worry about is other people panning for gold. But besides that, it's not a problem. And it looks like nobody's actually out, which is, I don't know if that's just because we've maxed out the gold and there's no real point to it anymore. If you talk to the guys, they say things like there's better gold down in other areas, so I guess it always seems like the grass is greener on the other side to these guys. But we did a pretty good job getting gold. If I can go out and find about 40 to 50 grand worth of gold in a river, I'd be pretty happy. And you can see here, you can actually pan up in the upper part of the sawmill over there. You can't talk to any of these guys, or you can try to, but they don't have anything to say. They won't talk to you. And you can see they're trying to create a new town. I don't know if it's supposed to be sort of a precursor to a modern day city. I think I've mentioned that before, or it's just supposed to be a little town. But in any event, they're just building it. Let's see, can we talk to the man? Nope, he can't hear us. All right, so let's go a little bit slower. And there's not too much to see here. Like I said, they're just building the town. It's not anything too interesting. And I actually did a lot of gold panning this far out, just keep going instead of going back and forth. I guess it didn't really make much of a difference. But for the most part, they're just trying to build a new town out here. And this is, well, that sound looks familiar. Green pastures. Oh no, we don't want to lose him. Yeah, you gotta be careful. If he gets stuck, he kind of wanders away, and then there's no real way to follow him at this point, I think. So let's tie the mule to make sure he's not gone. So he's securely hitched. We don't actually get points for that, I guess. But and let us go inside to the green pastures and look. And we've seen this guy a few times. I don't know if he's walking around in Brooklyn, but we did see him at the gallows. So this is where he comes in. You're in the lobby of the prestigious but hardly known Green Pastures Hotel. There's a man working behind the counter. Well, let's talk to the man. The man says, "Howdy. You look like you know what you're looking for. What can I do for you? Let's get message. If you ain't a registered renter, you can't have a message. Oh, my willikers, I nearly forgot. I got a message to give the beggar staying in room 11. Would you deliver it for me?" "Yes, we will." "Great, hang on a second." "Here's the message. Thanks, I owe you one." You reply, "No problem." So I guess we're supposed to know that we need to ask for a message, even though we do know we're not staying here. So that's always interesting. Room 11. Well, that gives us a little bit of a hint. Now, for some reason, the 20s are on the bottom floor, and the teens are on the top floor. And Usually the first number tends to indicate which floor you're on, but not here apparently. So 11. Well, there's 13. There's 11. There's 10. What's missing? It is 12. That's just a janitor's closet. The hallway has many doors there. A door to the balcony, a door to room 13, and a door with no number. Well, we're pretty much out of time now, so we're just going to have to figure out the mystery, and I alluded to it. I'm not sure if you remember from the gravestone. That's another hint. But anyway, that's all we have for right now, and we'll see you next time. Take care.